It's Jeff, Not Dead Yet Adventures, another late night grind here. I'm going to talk about a camera I got, but we're not going to talk really about the camera. We're going to talk about the accessory. And I just set the box down. Damn it, start over. Hey Jeff, Not Dead Yet Adventures again, and another late night grind here. Going to talk about a new camera I got. Cool little guy. This guy pops out. Kind of cool. I'm liking it so far. But we're not going to really talk about the camera. We're going to talk about the accessory. I got this quick reader. Boo, 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 boo. There you go. And I just wanted to kind of talk about this. First, let's talk about me and my perspective on reviews. I'm not some professional. I'm not some, go-go gadget guy. I'm just a chucklehead with a YouTube channel and a camera and a lot of opinions. But when it comes to gear, I'm very picky. I'm not happy with gear unless it's good and it's what I want and it's fits the need for me. So I tend to be blunt and I tend to say, good, bad, and other. So that's a little preface. I will tell you, if you own this camera, the Go3s or Go whatever, right? This is a must buy. If you're out using the camera a lot, I would say this is a must buy. Now, is this a good product? I'd say it's a great product idea. I'd say it's a horrible manifestation of that product. So what this is you pull the camera out, say you're out using it or whatever, and you want to charge it. You can hook it to this and charge it. You can also hook it to this, and there's a little SD card in there, and you can transfer the files to the SD card, or you can hook it to this and you can connect it to your power source and charge this, or you can connect it to an iPhone, and directly transfer the files to the iPhone without using the Bluetooth. So this is a great, must-have item. And, they should make one of these for every one of these they produce because it's a no-brainer sell. But there's a lot of problems with this. So just real quick, I would say if you're going out and you're using this a lot, I would say buy this, just get it. Some people won't need it. Some people will be happy with the camera. But like for me, I want to go out and shoot for a day or two and then, go to the computer and work on it. And with just the camera, you're going to fill up the camera pretty quickly. I think I got the larger camera. I don't remember the size, but it's got a limited memory and it's pretty good, like all internal memory, right? Or I guess it's in here. But you're going to run out of memory and you're going to worry about running out of memory. So with this, it's easy enough. You pull out the little thing and it's got a little slider on the back. You slide that one way. And this little button is so cute. It's supposed to hold it in place because you can't just hold it with your fingers, right? So holds it in place while you plug it into your phone or whatever. It's just silly. The other thing about this is when you try and plug it into your phone, that's for the iPhone, right? You can't have a case. Now, how many people are out traveling around without a case? Now, the people in the 9-to-5 world, the people wearing slacks and nice shoes to work, yeah, they all have a no case, and the phone goes in the pocket. It's all slick. But when you're out walking around every day, all day, or doing adventurous stuff, you've got a waterproof case, or you've got a shock-proof case. I mean, I dropped my phone in Poland and it tumbled down these rock stairs. And I just kind of laughed. I went down there and picked it up and walked on because the case was in, it was perfect, right? And, went 15, 20 stairs, ting, 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 ting. I just picked it up. Everybody's like, oh, I'm like, whatever, right? And it's because I know the case. But my point is I have to take the case off to use this. Most annoying, right? And then here's the cool thing about this. So I have a big power bank, right? So I drop this in there and you can push the button to keep it, or you can just hold the back, boom. So it drops in there like that. And then this, you just put it on top, and I forgot, I think it's a double tap or something, and it comes up on here to transfer files. So then you fire this up and it'll transfer files to the SD card, and that's great. And it was pretty quick actually, and then it charges this little guy. And then the funny thing is since this is a big old battery, it stands there like a little stand for it. But if you're going to buy this alone, this quick reader, the first thing I would do is get a high quality USB extension cable so that you can plug it into the extension cable, lay it flat on the table, or do whatever you want with it. But buying this without an extension cable, I think, is a waste of time, and it's just gonna break. This is all very flimsy. It's one of my complaints, is this thing, very flimsy. There's a couple reviews where people say they dropped it a short distance, like off the table, and it broke and it's dead. It seems kind of fragile, flimsy, so you're gonna wanna protect it and not have it just, plugging and hanging onto things, because, it's gonna break off, right? That's my opinion. And there's a couple reviews saying that. But if you're gonna use it in such a manner, just get a little extension cable. They even make little flash drive extensions, or you can get a USB extension that will go into your phone, and make sure it's data, not just a charging cable. So you gotta spend some money and get a data cable and not just a charging cable, unless you just want it to charge. But yeah, I would definitely say if you're gonna buy a Go3, and you're going to be out using it a lot more than just the backyard, or here and there, if you're going to be traveling, or taking it on multiple day events without downloading it, get the reader. There's a way to download, I forgot, I think it's a double tap, and it will download straight to the reader from without the base. So you could almost just like set your settings on this and just take this with you and leave this at home if you wanted. Not that I would ever do that, but like if you're going on a bike ride or something, maybe that you don't want to carry this, and you can set your settings on this, record it, and then put it in your pack or whatever, and charge it with this device plugged into a power bank. And there's a list of 30 things I would do to modify this piece right here, but kudos to Insta360 for even putting this out on the market. I think it's a great must-have device. I just wish I wasn't getting the prototype version. I wish I was getting a version that had some thought process and some refinement put into it. The functionality of it, the functionality of the idea is great, but the thought process behind it, I have a hard time believing it was, run by anybody who's outdoors, anybody who's out doing anything active, anybody who's out walking around even, because, there's 30 things I would do to this, 10 things, whatever, probably 10 right off the bat that would make it a better, more functional device and improve the usage of this, right? Because that's all this is this is to make this better, right? And so if you're, gonna put spice in the soup, that's a bad analogy. If you're gonna put tires on the car or the bike, put on good tires, right? This is bad tires. This is bald tires. This is a great little car. This is bald tires. And I may or may not do a review on this, but so far I'm loving this little guy. I've taken it on a few walks. I've played with some hummingbirds. There's a video up about that. The image quality on the hummingbirds wasn't as great as I'd hoped, but it was, shooting at 1080, 200 frames a second. So, and it shot for a long time out in the heat. So I'm pretty happy with that. But again, this little quick reader, and I actually signed up for affiliate program. So there'll be an Amazon affiliate link in the description sooner or later if you care, but yeah, definitely a must purchase if you're gonna be out using the little guy. So handy. I've only had it like 4 days, 5 days. Had to wait for it for like a month and a half, a month. But in the 4 days, I can tell you, I'm a full believer. I knew I'd like it when I first saw it. In fact, it was one of the reasons I bought the camera, is having this available was a game changer. Really, if this wasn't available, I probably still would have bought the camera, but the decision would have taken a lot longer and I would have compared other options. But with this device, for the way I plan to use the camera, travel, and things, having this device is a game changer. Again, I wish it was designed better. I wish it was, I wish it was better. But the idea of being able to put that little SD card in there, and the nice thing is I've got a bunch of these. That's a 400 gigabyte SD card. And so, 400 gigabytes, you can put a lot of data from this onto here. You can fill it like 3 times. So, between the two, that gives me half a terabyte of video. When are you ever gonna fill a half a terabyte? I mean, that's just insane. That's an insane amount of video. So yeah, super handy. And if you got the Go3, Go3s, pick up one of these readers. You won't regret it until it breaks. And that's the sad thing is, the best idea, the worst possible manifestation, worst possible production. But it's the best functionality, right? The idea and functionality of it is spot on. And just being able to charge the 2 devices separately, so even, being able to charge these separately so they'll charge faster is another perk and plus. But mine's in the mail still. I thought it was gonna be here by now, but I guess it'll be here tomorrow morning. But the little USB extension cable, so you can plug this out, and you need an extension cable because that's male. And then you can plug it into a power device. Yeah, have a great day. Thanks.